Okay, y'all, oil. So I wanted to get on here so that I could let you guys know how to work on these oil systems. I see too many times on a day to day, just guys just going after them, tuning it wrong, fixating the electrodes wrong, just causing problems for the customer that shouldn't be caused, right? You're gonna set up those heat exchangers. You're going to crack the heat exchanger. You're going to cause us to have to brush and vac these units out. So let me put you on to the proper way of getting this stuff done, with and without your combustion analyzers and such. I don't have any videos here just showing you directly, but I'm just going to go verbally because you technicians see this every day, so you should know and kind of get behind exactly how this works. So, you get to an oil unit, you change the nozzle, the filter, and my goodness, please open up the strainer on the pump. Not every pump has a strainer, but 9 times out of 10 on the newer units, they all have a strainer, which means you are going to replace that strainer with a new screen and gasket. If not, spray it off with some carb cleaner, whatever you have there to kind of degrease the little bits and pieces on that screen. You're also gonna clean and spray on the inside of the gears and such, and inside of the actual housing where the oil passes through. Nozzle, of course, you're not going to tighten down to high heaven, which I see way too many times where you strip the inside of the nozzle, driving me up the wall. So please do not do that. Do not screw it in with a whatever impact gun. Whatever you have, it's your 2 fingers, okay, until tighten, and then use your little locking tool to kind of give a little tighten down so it doesn't leak. This is all we need, ladies and gentlemen. It's brass, for God's sakes. Other than that, the filter, same. Take the filter out. We have a lot of people who say, oh no, you're not supposed to oil the rubber gasket. It will cause it to crack and deteriorate. And God, how long are you leaving your filter ring on there? Because it should be changed annually. And I've never in my entire life seen a gasket wear down in less than a year. So yeah, putting a little bit of oil around that ring, dipping it inside the oil does create a beautiful seal, just like you would do on a car ring, around, just to keep that seal tight. All right. Other than that, the top ring, obviously, you're going to change that. You're going to change the side ring on the little screw as well to the aerator string. And from here, right, that is basic maintenance. What you are looking for at this point is now a good combustion, where obviously your electrodes are lined up. Please get your Z gauges or your Beckett gauge, whatever it's called, to get your proper gaps correct. Please, guys, this happens too many times. We're going to calls where the electrodes are completely burnt up, fried. You're putting them too far into the oil, causing it to hit the tips, burning them into ashes, right? Where now we have these little dull things where we're trying to line up, or we have to replace them due to this ridiculousness. So please, guys, use the gauges properly. Also, it does misspray the pattern inside the oil, causing it to soot and have oil burning on the inside of the tubing, which causes a secondary flame, which messes with our combustion, right? So please, guys, do this properly every time. It is vital to the lifespan of the customer's unit. Other than that, we get into the depths of actually doing a combustion test, right? Carbon monoxide, we want at around 10.9, right? That's the adjustment of the pump, the oil pressure going into the unit. And then our air mixture, you want it to be smoky, or not, no zero smoke, right? That's what we want, zero smoke. But to adjust it, you go smoky and then clear, and then right just before smoky, we want it clear right before that. or at that point. So you're going to take a smoker every time, test in between, and make sure you're at zero smoke, because if you're not at zero smoke, what does that mean? You're creating soot, which is going to build up on the heat exchanger, which is going to cause problems, which is going to lower the efficiency of the heat transfer to the water, which will in turn cause it to constantly struggle to warm the temperature of the water, as well as overheat the heat exchanger, causing it to put more wear and tear. And we don't want any of this stuff, guys. So please, right, follow the protocol in the oil maintenance life, right? Doing all these steps, putting treatment in the oil tank. Please tell your customers when you get an oil delivery, put the treatment in. It just helps with the descaling inside the tank to break down all those particles to burn, right? We do not want this thing settling in the bottom of the tank, causing a buildup of sludge, where we then have to replace the tank because the line is getting clogged continuously and causing issues and burning out motors, blah, 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 blah. We don't want it, right? Right. So, in this case, take care of all of these things so that there's no issues with the actual function of the unit. Guys, please, this is imperative that you check on all of these oil portions. We don't want any dust or dander. If you see it around a bunch of pets in the basement where it's normally going to be, and it's got fur and corrosion all in the fan blades, clean it out. Clean it out. It's messing with the combustion. It's messing with the airflow. Charge to clean out the whole thing, pull it all apart, clean it all out. Clean it all out, right? And let's hope that the customer doesn't have that level of mess in there again. But yes, these things suck in air continuously for combustion at a high fan speed rate of 3960 RPMs, right? We want to make sure, or is it 32? I can't remember. Okay, whatever. Anyway, yes, just making sure that there's nothing getting caught inside the fan as it's spinning. My goodness. Other than that, guys, clean out the tubes, clean off the electrodes, wipe it down, hit it with the pads, the abrasion pad to clear it all off till it's no more. So we don't want the flames arcing. We want the transformer to arc, right? More than halfway of your screwdriver, putting it on the transformer there, right? What else are we looking for? Making sure that the pump isn't slipping on the coupling, right? We're going to change those out when we change the pump, if at any given point, if you need to, and inspect it, right? Making sure that it's not slipping of any sorts. If you got the old push down unit, you might want to upgrade to a digital, red button, sort of such. But there are plenty of ways to get a unit to run healthy, where they're burning the least amount of fuel, and this is the right way to do it, guys. Your flue pipe inspected. Is it water trickling down, right? Is this thing creating water? Is it firing at such a low rate where now you're actually producing water? Is the flue pipe too far away from the unit with a lot of turns and causing it to condensate because it's cooling down too quickly before it reaches the chimney? All of these things are a factor, guys. This is in the code book. This is in the handbook. Read your books, read your codes, and please stay up to par, because this stuff it messes with people's units, the life of the unit. Make sure gaskets are good, right? They're not burnt up. The heat exchangers can be cleaned out as well too, from the top to the bottom, right? We brush them all out, then we vacuum up top, we vacuum the bottom. On the inside, we open up the whole chamber door, get in there if you have to. Sometimes you can feed it through the hole, but I don't suggest it, right? You end up breaking off pieces of the heat exchanger. So many things to do on these oil units that people don't do, that this is old school way of getting it done, with a little bit of new, right? So Good luck on your next oil maintenance or your oil job, because this is the proper way of doing it. And if you see anybody who's not doing it, this is also for the customers. Please make sure your technicians are looking at everything under the sun, or you could just give us a call at Ray's Heating and Cooling. Peace.